The sound of running water is a familiar one for those who have visited Falls Park in Sioux Falls. But with that beauty comes a danger of drowning. In fact, since 1982, 8 people have fallen into the waters at Falls Park and drowned, the most recent 5-year-old Maggie Zeiger on March 18th. New proposed safety measures are meant to protect future visitors from danger, but do they go far enough? Tonight, my conversation with Sioux Falls City Councilman Greg Neitzert. The study presented to the City Council, one prepared for the city by law firm Woods, Fuller, Schultz & Smith, suggests the construction of a new viewing platform and safety rails in an area of the falls where a 5-year-old girl died this last March and where 2 others died in 2013.
I think there's been a lot of study that has gone into it. We brought our entire team together. They took a look at it, and I think it was a really good idea to essentially harness that area that is appealing to people, and we can do it in a way with that viewing platform that is going to be safe in a way that people can enjoy it, because people are being drawn to it already rather than pushing them away from it.
Sioux Falls City Councilman Greg Neitzert tells me he supports the report's recommendations and believes it does go far enough in order to prevent a future tragedy. But the continuing discussion since 5-year-old Maggie Zeiger died in March has focused on a balance between keeping Falls Park safe and keeping Falls Park looking nice, with some wondering if safety suffers because of that. Neitzert tells me it is a fine line to walk, but that it is a line that must be walked.
We have 700,000 visitors that go to Falls Park every year. It is one of our main attractions. We have to be very careful not to destroy its beauty. That's why we do not want to fence the falls. So that's something very important. That's why I think this will be great, because it would look good, it's going to add to the scenery, and we're not going to detract from it.
When the safety recommendations were presented to the council last Tuesday, 2 counselors, Teresa Staley and Pat Starr, said they were in favor of a third-party independent review of Falls Park safety. Neitzert says while he is not opposed, he also doesn't deem it necessary.
Well, it's been looked at multiple times, and actually our risk managers look at Falls Park more than once a year. They look at it a lot. There's nothing else in the city that's looked at more than Falls Park. So I'm confident that it is safe and it's going to continue to be safe.
From Falls Park, we discussed another report recently reviewed by the City Council, one that says there would be an economic development benefit to the construction of a new baseball stadium to be built in downtown Sioux Falls. Neitzert says that idea gets a no vote from him.
I would love it if there was a baseball stadium downtown. If in a perfect world, I would have one downtown. However, we have a stadium where it's at. It is functional. It would cost an enormous amount of money to build a stadium downtown. I'm not sure exactly where we would build it.
If a new stadium were to be built, the land where the existing stadium is located could be redeveloped to further the overall goal of the construction of the Premier Center, which was the development of a larger sports and entertainment district.
We haven't seen any development yet, and there is other land out there.
But Neitzert tells me that right now, with other limited land available near the Premier Center, developers are not beating down the city's door with proposals to become part of a sports and entertainment district. That the hoped-for interest among the private sector to develop one isn't there.
The thought was you build the event center and they will come. I was doubtful about that, and it obviously doesn't seem that it's happened. And I think the location is problematic, but it's there now, so we have to make the best of it. You certainly can't pick it up and move it. And the event center is doing wonderful, regardless of its location. But developers will tell you it's a very challenging area out there.
But where developers are chomping at the bit is the land that's coming open in downtown Sioux Falls at the side of the old rail yard. And Neitzert tells me we should know substantial details about the future of that site soon.
I think people are going to be blown away when they see the first announcement, which is coming pretty soon. We've been hoping that we've been able to make an announcement soon. That's just still hammering out the details, but I think it's going to knock people's socks off and it's going to transform things.
Neitzert says he knows what the proposal includes but can't reveal it right now as it is still being formalized. But that when it is released, we will know who is behind the project and what it is exactly they are planning to do with the land. All in the name of transparency at the city level.
What you will see is you will see an entity, a company, that was awarded, and you will see their project.
Sioux Falls City Councilman Greg Neitzert spending some time with us tonight. We will wrap things up when we come back. You're watching This Week in Politics on KSFY.